By y'all, I mean you, all of you. And we're going to start out with doing this psychic weather today. Psychic weather. Ooh, we need a little like theme music here. And by psychic weather, I mean not actual weather, but I'm going to pick 3 tarot cards, which are going to oddly accurately describe the rest of the sort of tenor of the week. And by tenor, I mean kind of the feeling of the week. And whenever I say feeling, you have to go like this. Ready? Feeling. Woo! Okay. We do not, and by we I mean me and you, because you're here too. We do not pick the cards beforehand. We do them totally randomly, which is because random is our way of life here at New York City Celebrity Psychic. And so the first card for what this week is going to be about for you, it's the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man card has to do with change that's real, change you've been working on from the inside out. You know, it's not like the kind of change where you, shave your head, put on orange robes, and dance around singing Hare Krishna. It's the kind of change where you have been working on yourself in a real way, and you're starting to see real results in a way maybe you never expected, and in a very good way. This can also mean that somebody around you this week, it might actually be changing for the better. I've seen it in my own life recently, and it can happen. Don't bet the farm on people changing who don't want to, but if you have a farm, but people who actually want to change and take the steps, like going to meetings or going into therapy or meditating, people who take the steps to change will see some change in their lives this week. All right. Awesome. Woo! I love doing that. Oh, cool. The next card, this is interesting. The King of Swords has to do with, it's a couple of things. It's a man in authority, often a lawyer, some sort of professional lawyer, a doctor, a teacher, something like that. It can often be a man who can be, when he's being his best self, he has great advice, he's kind of objective, he has authority. When he's not being his best self, it can be a man around you, maybe an older man, who can be a little critical, often in the name of trying to help. But if there's somebody around you who's offering good advice or is offering good legal advice this week, I'd listen to them. If it's somebody around you who means well but is perhaps being a little overcritical, take their advice with a good intention behind it, and try not to take the critical stuff personally. Sometimes people criticize us because they want us to have a better life than they see us having. They don't always know how to put it. Okay, one last card. I love doing that. So fun. And the last card this week means that a lot of you might be finding yourselves going to a baby shower or a wedding reception or something where people are celebrating some kind of change, some kind of happy change. You might be, if you're a woman, you might be celebrating with other women. So that could be, kind of a bachelorette party. The strippers and beer are on me. It could be, often this has to do with a wedding reception. Sometimes people get engaged when this card is prominent. But it does mean that at the very least, there's probably a party. There's probably going to be food and drink you won't have to pay for. And everybody's going to be celebrating. That's wonderful. I love doing that so much. Hi. And we've got Teresa in, it looks like Chowville, California. Hi, Teresa. I'm glad you could. Chowchilla, excuse me.
Hi,
Chowville's good too. Obviously, I'm hungry. How are you?
I'm good. I'll take you out to eat. We got some good tri-tip places around here.
Oh, cool. I can be there in 4 hours.
Please.
You've got such a great attitude. Okay, my love. So tell me your birthday. You don't have to tell me the date. Don't ask. Don't tell around here. But tell me your birthday because that's how I zoom in on you. And thank you for not criticizing my manicure. Okay. So what's your birthday, my love? Yeah?
8. The 8th.
I got the 8th. I didn't get the 8th of what? So,
September 8th.
Oh, happy birthday, my love. Cool.
Thank you.
Many historians say that that's the actual birthday of Queen Elizabeth I. So if you find yourself wearing a big, so technically you could order people to have other people's heads chopped off. I wouldn't. Don't tell them to do that. But it's a very powerful day to be born. So I will be very nice to you. So, okay, it feels. Well, you have a bunch of questions. Would you like to do work? Would you like to do your love life, your kids, or?
I'll let you take the lead.
Yeah. You have many interests and many things going on in your life. Okay, tell me your question. That works for me.
Okay, so I've been seeing, a lot of not butterflies, but dragonflies, and I've been noticing the number 8 a lot. Like just, you're out and about, and sometimes you just look where you get pulled to look at something, and I'm like, oh, there's 8 everywhere. Like, what the heck? And then,
oh my God, I love that you're asking this. Things. Go ahead. Yeah. So dragonflies.
What does it mean for me?
Well, I happen to be a recent expert in this because, let me do a dramatic hair flip here. You ready?
Good job.
Thank you. I just came back from the colorist machine. I seem to have miscommunicated. So dragonflies, I know a lot about right now because over the last few days, they've been following me around like little mofos. I went, I'm a trained shamanista. I spent 2 years training for my shamanistic degree. And that 275 will get me on the subway. What?
So wonderful. That's great.
Thanks. Well, in shamanism, what we say is that nature communicates with us in ways to bring us messages that kind of help us along our path. So let me tell you about dragonflies and the number 8 because they're intertwined. So you are awesome, and I love this. And you were born in the 8th, so this is all good. Okay. In shamanism and in many ancient traditions, including Chinese, the dragonfly is a symbol of transformation. It's also traditionally a symbol of really effing good luck. Really good luck. So we like that. But it's a reassurance. And I'm telling you this because I was in the country for the last week, and this dragonfly, every time I'd go outside, same dragonfly would come and sit on the same damn place for every time I went outside. And I started to think, like, have I taken some sort of hallucinogen and forgotten about it? To which the answer is no, I never have. But so I think that you've been seeing 3 different kinds of dragonflies. It feels to me like you're not just seeing one, you're seeing a couple of different kinds. One of them, to me, represents somebody who has passed but is trying to communicate with you. This feels like, I hope you still have both your parents. But if you don't, it's usually a parent or a grandparent. The dragonfly is also traditionally a symbol of family, of supportive ancestors. So the first, so that's one of the kinds of dragonflies you've been seeing. The second kind is specifically to get you through the transformation you're going through right now, because what you're doing is sort of stepping in and out of your power. You'll step in, you'll kind of panic like the rest of us do, run back, and then you'll come back and step sort of into your power, right? Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'll just do on a meditation for tonight.
Yeah. But you are meditating, and it's working because I don't usually talk about auras because my roommate here will glare at me. But I'm going to talk about auras with you because yours is changing. It's beautiful. It's very iridescent. It's changing color. And it's saying to me that you're working really hard on yourself, and good for you. That's why we got the Hanged Man card earlier, was to specifically encourage you and everybody else who's working on themselves. So when you're working on yourself, to keep doing it because it's working. So as you're meditating, you might find that a lot of negative stuff is kind of leaving very fast. But sometimes when old patterns and negative stuff leaves, it feels like part of our identity. And it's like, what am I going to do now? I don't know who to because I'm so used to being attached to this. Let it go. Breathe in deeply. Ask your higher power for help. You'll get it. And the dragonfly, the third kind of dragonfly you've been seeing is specifically to reassure you that this transformation is real. It's lasting. You're coming into your power and strength in a way you almost never have before because you're such a nice person that you've always thought before, like, well, what are people going to think of me? I don't want to make people feel bad about themselves. What if I outgrow them? What if, I start to shine so brightly that other people resent me? What if this means I have, yeah, I'm good, right? And you have been taking care of everybody else specifically for the last 12 years, most especially the last 7 and the last 2.5. And it is time for you to understand. Sorry, I'm talking so fast, but I'm a New Yorker and I've got a lot of information to give you. It's time for you to understand that the more you shine, the more everybody else around you shines or shones or sheens or something, shines. And the more you claim your power, the more you give people around you permission to claim their power. So as you heal yourself, you heal everybody around you. And as the Buddhists say, you heal your family 7 generations back and 7 generations forward. No pressure. And the number oh, good. I mean, you're only healing 14 generations. It's okay. Breathe deep. The other thing is the number 8. If you put the number 8 aside, I'm just going to keep doing this. I think I'm hypnotized. Please stop me now. Okay. The number 8 on its side is infinity. It feels to me like you've always had a talent for things like prayer and meditation, but only recently have you been taking your ability to plug into the great love, the big infinity, seriously. And you're very good at it. Number 8 in Kundalini numerology, which I also teach Kundalini yoga. When do I have time to lie around and drink wine, you ask? Well, so number 8 in Kundalini,